Growing up in California as the youngest cousin, I've always felt a bit disconnected from my family on the East Coast. But when I moved to Philadelphia to attend Penn, I was suddenly given the opportunity to spend more time with them and get to know them better. As I prepare to graduate college and make a life for myself, I figured I should reach out to my oldest cousin Dave to learn about how he has managed to find success in his personal life and in his work managing bars and restaurants and doing something pretty cool, brewing beer.
I did oversleep a little, so I missed the gym this morning, but I was here closer to 7 as a result.
5:30, when do you go to bed?
10-ish, 10 or 11. Yeah. Plus minus.
All right, I'm like the same, but like 6 hours.
Just push it forward. Yeah. Yeah, so my background's bars and restaurants. I love bars and restaurants. I love being in them as a customer for work. It's something I've done my whole adult life. I've also been a craft beer enthusiast, and at some point, and my wife and I used to go on vacations to California, which really had the most craft breweries, and kind of just visit different craft breweries along the West Coast. And we always enjoyed those trips, and I knew at some point I wanted to create that feel over here in the Philadelphia area where we live that didn't really exist. Yeah, so we have a 7-barrel brew house. So we're making roughly 200 usable gallons of beer per batch. And we do a variety of styles. The intent behind all of our brewing is to be flavor forward. So whatever we brand it as, we want that flavor to be really pronounced. So if we say, not that we do a lot with fruit, but just as an example, if we say it's a cherry wheat, you'll know you're drinking something with cherry flavor. This was our first hazy IPA. We were working out the recipe of how to make a hazy IPA a few weeks into being open. And while we were doing it, there was a major event where a U-Haul truck with an inebriated driver just went the wrong way down 2nd Street and turned a hard right into the building, took out the window. The top of the truck clipped the building, which is the only thing that prevented him from continuing on into the building. At that point, he was foot on the gas, wheels spinning away. So it was a major event.
You are looking at the moments immediately after a U-Haul truck slammed into a restaurant in Northern Liberties. The driver ran from the scene and is now in custody. Police say he was under the influence, driving the wrong way on a one-way street.
Fortunately, there was only a couple people here. It was like 1:30 on a Tuesday. Nobody got hurt. He was apprehended. And, ultimately somebody came, the city vehicle came and removed the U-Haul truck. And we got open 5 hours later. We're open for dinner.
From about the age of 10, Dave had a mind of his own. He knew what he wanted to do, and he basically followed his own lead. He started actually working for Pay at age 10, delivering newspapers.
Definitely had a strong entrepreneurial spirit at a young age.
Yeah, he took risks, not necessarily in entrepreneurial. He wasn't always the most careful character around, but he lived to tell the tale, so I guess it's worked out.
Then there was the incident of the...
We don't need to go into those details.
I wouldn't characterize myself as rebellious. I'm not anything that exciting. But like everybody else, I mixed it up a bit. Not for the purpose of causing trouble, but more for the purpose of having fun. I'll share one story that probably my mom wanted to share, which was that it was actually your parents got married at my parents' house. And I think while they were all staying there, me and I would have been 13, I believe, and a friend of mine who was 12, the two of us had been every so often sneaking out at night with his dad's car and driving around town. And on that one of the nights leading up to your parents' wedding, while they were staying at the house, I guess we got caught. We got pulled over. I think he was alerted by the fact that we went the wrong way down a one-way street. I mean, nobody else was on the road. It was the middle of the night, and we obviously didn't know how to drive. Well, he didn't know how to drive either way because he was 12. Yeah, I know. Going the wrong way down one-way street seems to follow me around.
Starting from I guess, high school, Dave was working in restaurants and in stores.
I mean, that was my original career choice coming out of high school, is to open up pizza shops. And, you know, through much arm bending, I was convinced to go to college, where I ended up majoring in hotel restaurant management, and then just continued to always work in food service and restaurants.
He would start out, you know, at the low end, and before long, he was managing the places.
The Italian restaurant I worked at in college was owned and operated by a group of 3 brothers, and them being similar people that worked their way into ownership in the industry, and I appreciated them and they seemed to appreciate me, and so like a relationship was developed that you know, caused me to stay with them after college, with the understanding that we would partner in a business in the future. And we've done a lot of things in the past. Geez, it's been like 18 years. In 2011, my then girlfriend, now wife, bought me a homebrew kit.
It was like a laboratory. And I thought, oh, when he was in high school, he didn't particularly care for science, but now he's got a lab in his basement.
We were brewing every week. So in the 3 years from 2013 to 2016, leading up to our opening, we had over 150 brew days.
Yeah, he turned that basement lab into a business.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. Do you have any advice for me in starting my life and my career?
You know, try and identify something you really enjoy doing, and look at people doing that thing that have been doing it for a while, and you know, look at them and say, do you look up to those people or do you dislike those people? It's a good thing of being young and not having commitments or dependents. You know, you really just got to worry about yourself, and you can really take some chances, and you can try different things. But you know, don't ever give up and get complacent and just do a thing to make a paycheck. You know, find the thing that you're really excited to do and really lean all the way into it.
Do you have any advice for me in starting out my my life and my career? Even though I'm doing things very different from Dave.
Do you know what you wish to accomplish?
Well, we're getting there.